my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we, baby? Yes. We have new t-shirts, my darlings. We have our Powerpuff Superwoman. It had to be her. It could not be anybody else. As you very well know, she is the first and front and center of every episode, and she represents us. She represents all of us. She represents our strength. She represents our fabulosity. She represents eating our salads and minding our business. And baby, what is delayed is not denied. We have come out with the baby blue, and when you turn around, we have what is delayed is not denied. We did longer sleeves this time around for our girlies. For those of you that are conscious of your upper arms, I got you, mama. We also have what? The crew neck, so that you are comfortable with your limousine girlies and you can go everywhere and anywhere. We have no tags. Instead, I made sure that it was a print so that you have no reactions. There you go, my darlings. Are we living and loving? Beautiful cotton. Might I add that we ship internationally. We have it in our beautiful sky blue for a punch of color for spring. We also have it in cream, my darlings. Yes. And sizes small to 4X. I went out yesterday. Was it day before yesterday? And when I tell you the amount of compliments that I got, I screamed. I was like, is there something that I do not know? And I was so impressed with the amount of guys that said, I need this for my mom, I need this for my wife, I need it for my girlfriend, for my sister, for my cousins. And they just kept on asking. I was at the mall, and it was unbelievable. You can tuck her in. It's a long tee, and you will absolutely absolutely love her. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. Yes, darlings, the links are below. Go ahead and get yours. If we sell out, I will order more. All right? Love you, and thank you. Mwah. Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? So this story came across my desk over 30 times. And it is about the late, ever beautiful Ashlee Jenae, a 31-year-old influencer who traveled to Zanzibar with her future fiancé because he proposed to her out in Zanzibar. And apparently, she deleted herself. 31-year-old beautiful influencer. Absolutely gorgeous. And before we start, let us read the story, okay? Ashlee Jenae found deleted in Tanzania. Friends and family reject suicide claim. A dream birthday trip to Africa. A fresh engagement to a wealthy financier, a soft life influencer who had finally found her happily ever after, and then reportedly Ashlee Jenae took her own life. Her family and friends are not buying it. What we know from social media: Ashlee Jenae, a 31-year-old Miami-based lifestyle influencer who called herself a soft life investor, who called herself a soft life diverster. I don't know what that is. On Instagram, Ashlee Jenae, also known as EXO Ashlee Jenae, maybe she has two Instagram pages, was found deleted while on a luxury vacation in Tanzania. The trip was meant to celebrate her 31st birthday and her recent engagement to fiancé Joe McCann, referred to in some posts as John McCann, founder of Asymmetric Financial. According to statements attributed to Tanzanian authorities and shared online by McCann himself, Jenae passed away by hanging. Suicide is the official claim he has put forward. But the timeline has social media spiraling. The fiancé story and the gaps. Photos from the trip, still visible in tributes across Instagram and Threads, show Jenae beaming, radiant, freshly engaged, living what she called her soft life dream at the upscale Several Wildlife Resort, where rooms reportedly run up to $950 a night. Then days later, she was dead. Friends and family have taken to Lipstick Alley, to Reddit and Instagram with a unified message: Ash would never commit suicide. One close friend wrote, she was radiant with joy, freshly engaged, living her dream. This makes zero sense. But the details get murkier. Some close to Jenae claim she was found hanging from a tree in Tanzania, not inside her hotel room, as initial reports suggested. Even more alarming, multiple posts allege that McCann waited 2 full days before notifying authorities or contacting her family. 2 days, one Lipstick Alley user wrote. Make it make sense. Online speculation has exploded. Foul play or suicide? Some commentators on Reddit and Threads have gone further, accusing McCann of strangling Jenae and staging the scene to look like a hanging. Others point to the convenient timing right after a proposal and birthday celebration are deeply suspicious. A woman who just got engaged does not hang herself days later, reads a viral Instagram comment. Something is wrong here. As of April 12, 2026, Tanzanian authorities are handling the case. Reports conflict on whether McCann has been arrested or detained. Some friends claim he is in custody, but official confirmation remains limited due to the international jurisdiction. Autopsy and toxicology results have not been made public. Demands for justice. Across X, Lipstick Alley, Reddit, Threads, and Instagram, the calls are growing louder. Investigate fully. Don't accept the suicide narrative. And find out what really happened to Ashlee Jenae. Her Instagram account has been flooded with tributes. Rest in peace, mixed with furious demands for justice. Her family is pleading for answers. This is a developing story with many unconfirmed details, but one thing is clear. The woman in those engagement photos smiling under the African sun deserved better than a rushed narrative and a 2-day delay. Let me first give my deepest condolences to Ashlee's family. My deepest condolences. May her beautiful, beautiful, gentle, sweet soul rest in eternal peace. You can imagine, just for a minute, your daughter goes away on holiday and you don't know that the last time you saw her was the last time. You don't know that the last time you spoke to her was the last time. 30 is young. 31 for me is 25 years ago. She had her whole life ahead of her, and she has been snatched away from those that loved her. When somebody passes away like this, it's extremely shocking because it's not like an illness where the doctor tells you it's terminal, where you can prepare yourself and you can make peace with it. It's like somebody is slapping you across the face and you're trying to wake up from a nightmare. So I want to be incredibly sensitive when I say this, because her family and friends are grieving and we don't know what happened. There are a couple of things I want to say first. The fiancé, do we know whether he has been to Tanzania before? Do we know whether he has been engaged before? Do we know whether he's been engaged to a black woman before? Check for life insurance. Find out if there's any kind of insurance on Ashlee. Find out if he has stayed at this resort before, because then you'll get some answers. Did he know her family? Had he met members of her family? Did her family members have contact numbers in Tanzania? I am an African. I am also an American citizen. And I want to tell you something, my beautiful black American sisters, because you've corrected me and said it's not African American, it's black American. Politics is so important. Some of you say, Fumi, don't talk about politics, but politics is important. Because our American president has not so great relationships with other countries. Now, if this was our President Obama, this would be a different thing entirely. Completely different thing entirely. But you see, politics trickles down. And when you are traveling abroad as an American, know that you also represent your president, sitting president as of now. And not everybody is a fan. I don't know what's happening in Tanzania, but I know that if this was our President Obama, this would be taken care of with a quickness. I also know that countries all over the world, he don't care about us, we don't care about him. If you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to be real gentle here. My black Americans, across the board, be careful when you travel abroad and find out what kind of allegiance they have to the United States and the United States has to that country. It's important, because if that be the case, homeboy chose very well. It's a scary thought, but I too say it doesn't make sense. You're 31, prime of your life, where you're looking to get married, have children, you're enjoying your content career, and your life is taken like that. Who benefits? And why would it be you? Let's start with the very easy questions. Where did she find the rope? You see, to do something like this, to, delete yourself via hanging, the rope, the timing, you have to know the hotel well enough to know that you can do this and get away with it. Where was he that he left her long enough for her to do this? Because the last time I checked, if I am going with my husband, with my fiancé when we were on honeymoon, yeah, we went together. We bathed together. It's a honeymoon. We went, especially in a place that I don't know, he would not leave me alone. You have to look at the psychosis of a human being. How does a human being behave? How do we behave? How do you behave when you are with a loved one? How do you behave with a lover? How do you behave when you're on holiday? When you don't have work, you don't have timelines, you can do everything and anything. And by the pictures where she's feeding the giraffes, the whole Instagram page just looks like a pictorial out of an album, meaning that either he's taking the pictures or they have a photographer there, they have a videographer there. Do you know how much that takes with hair, makeup, wardrobe? Do you know how much that takes before you get the perfect picture? And I'm an influencer. Just to give you an idea, just look. Pictures. You would take a whole bunch of pictures to get that perfect shot, to get that perfect video. That's a girl that complied. She took a flight. She packed her things. She got all of her hair, her makeup, her wardrobe. She's got all of that together. They're sitting on a fabulous plane and all of that. You have to take permission. You have to make sure that there are no passengers behind you and all of that. This guy knew her well. The question is, did she take the time to know this guy well? The red flags are all over the place. And of course, you take 2 days to respond. You should be screaming. You should be lying on the floor. You should be in the hospital calling the family, demanding what happened, because you need to know, did she have any history of mental illness or depression for her to have taken her life? There has to be a motive. That's why this has gone off the charts. Because even you, Fumi Nation, when somebody comes and says, oh, we saw Fumi drinking at a bar, they say Fumi doesn't drink, so it can't be her. Because Fumi doesn't drink alcohol. You know me that well. You know me enough to know certain things about me. So if they said Fumi went to go and hang herself, they said she would never do that. She has Adrian. She would never. He didn't know her people well enough to know that you took her away from her family, away from everything, in a country. I'm white. I feel superior. If I say this is what happened, that's what happened. She would have had marks all over her neck because her neck is carrying the rest of her weight. Have you seen a neck when somebody is strangled? How black and blue the face is, regardless of your complexion? Okay. Let's see the body. And where were you? Where did she hang from? Oh yes, there are a lot of red flags out here in these streets. Beautiful girl. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. You have to be careful, my darlings. You have to be careful, Fumi Nation. You know, my little baby sisters out there. You know, I'm an influencer, but you know, I have a very regular life. This is my job. My husband works. We got a regular house. As you can see, some of you will say I don't have any furniture out here in here. I really don't, because I have a 7-year-old who writes on walls and all of that. So I let it be very much, you know, play ordinary. I'm not trying to do the most. And I'm not trying to portray something I am not. And I don't want you, because I am married to a European, I'm married to a white man. I want you to know, don't go out looking for a white person thinking that white is better. Marry the man that loves you. Marry the man that wants to see the best of you. I can't believe it, but here we are going 18 years. And the way that it's looking, I guess, you know, we'll be here to the very end. But don't make it a style and a fashion. There are beautiful, wonderful black brothers out there. There are beautiful men, period. There are beautiful human beings out there. Take your time. I feel so sorry for you, because when I got married, we didn't have social media per se. We only had Facebook and I think Twitter. Everything has been glamorized. Everything is overproduced. Look at Coachella. And so you have girls that fantasize and buy in to all of this fabuloso life. And it's very good for content. It is. I'm looking at it. Everything is picture perfect. This is not a regular life. It's not. But she's an influencer where she's to sell the dream. And go to on these vacations or whatever. That's all well and good. But be careful, because the way, you know, beautiful girls are being deleted out here in these streets, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart for the family. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, and yet it's all too late. I will follow up on this story. I'm just giving, you know, my intuition that you have to be careful when you travel out. You go out with a guy, only the two of you. It's just, you know, and I know you thought you would have trusted him. She couldn't have foreseen this. And then them saying that, you know, she did this, you know, on a tree. Where do you really, let's think about it. You go on vacation and you start looking for trees to go and do this to yourself. What was the problem? She was marrying a financier. Like I said, check all of the insurance policies. Financier, that's money. And you never know whether he had money, whether he was bleeding money. We don't know. Was he using credit cards to pay for this? We don't know. May your beautiful soul rest in peace, Ashlee. You did not deserve it. And I'm going to follow up on this and find out how this all turned around. I have some friends in Tanzania. I will call and find out. I'm going to be on top of it. God bless your beautiful soul. I'm so sorry. Guys, drop it down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later. All of my love.
Guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking